Yeah, but professional victims in society. Um, the thing is about I mean, homosexuality's gone from being just some kind of grab bag of weird sexual perversions people are into, to being some kind of thing codified in law. I don't know how that reasoning works. I do. It's not logical. They don't obey laws of logic. Like, first of all, I mean, one of the underlying public relations claims of the homosexual lobby is that homosexual love is the same as, for all intents and purposes, the same as heterosexual love. You say to homosexuals, that's disgusting, that's against nature, you shouldn't do that. They will say, we're just doing what you're doing. And very often they'll talk about the sexual misbehavior of some minister or politician that involve having heterosexual affairs. So what they're saying is, well, you've basically defied or broken biblical codes just like we are. But I mean, that's a tacit assumption, is that the Bible is a kind of coherent body of moral laws. So, well, what the gay lobby does is they try to claim that gays are doing exactly what heterosexual people are doing, in as much as that. And how is gay love the same as heterosexual love? Well, what are they doing? They're just rubbing uglies. They're stimulating their sexual organs by some means to achieve pleasure. Now, not wishing to talk about the details of homosexual encounters, but what they're doing is they're finding some means to find pleasure, stimulate their sexual organs and their bodies by some means. And they say that this is just what heterosexual people do. This is this logic of superficial similarities. Therefore, if something is superficially similar, then it's exactly the same, which is what they're claiming. But if heterosexual couples go home to bed every night and enjoy themselves in their own bedroom every night, then it isn't fair that gays can't do that as well. But the thing is, the problem with that claim is gay couples aren't doing what heterosexual couples do. I mean, there's gender, there's a penis, there's a vagina, there's a nut, there's a bolt. The bolt fits in the nut. You can't have two bolts and you can't have two nuts. That doesn't work. So, you would have thought, prima facie, there's a real problem with homosexual love, because it just defies reason in that sense. Um, and so that's a difficulty with homosexuality that's avoided, that is just ignored. But they still maintain we're doing the same thing that heterosexuals do. It's exactly the same in some sense. And the only similarity between heterosexual love and homosexual love is the idea of erotic stimulation. They both involve erotic stimulation. And that's the only similarity. And that's where the similarity ends. But you see, the gay lobby goes, well, you can't expect, you can't expect bisexuals to not express their feelings and not enjoy sexual intercourse with willing partners. You can't expect them to control themselves. So why should you expect us to control themselves? But they're not doing what bisexuals are doing. They're not doing and you see, this is why. You see, if you take this logic to its natural extension, that if something is superficially similar, it's exactly the same. Well, obviously, sex with animals. I mean, sex with animals is no different to homosexual love. Homosexuality is exactly the same as sex with animals. Both they involve erotic stimulation, I suppose, and furthermore, there's no reason why you can't drill a hole in a tree and a man can't put his penis into the tree and have sex with the tree. Why not? It's exactly the same as bestiality. It's exactly the same as homosexuality. It involves erotic stimulation. You see, why isn't there a lobby for people who want to marry their pot plant? I mean, you can drill a hole in a tree and put your dick in it and bang away, and why not marry a tree? Have a lobby, change the laws. Trees are people too. Have your pot plant marry your pot plant in a civil ceremony with all your friends and family applauding. Why not? Well, it's exactly the same as homosexual. It involves stimulation of the sexual organs. It doesn't result in an issue of live young. It's weirdo behaviour that no ordinary bisexual, no, what do you call it? Any heterosexual person would think of behaving. I mean, if homosexuality is exactly the same as heterosexual love, then bestiality and fetishism is exactly the same. Necrophilia is exactly the same as homosexuality.